For a long time, advertising worked. And all sorts of advertising worked. And now we're in a place where that notion, that British notion of not enjoying being told what to do and reacting against it and going to do the exact opposite, we're like petulant teenagers really, has evolved to the point where we don't actually believe our politicians, we don't believe our the established authority figures of the past, so bankers, dentists, doctors. I mean, how many times do you come back from a dentist or a doctor and say, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about? Yeah, and you'll get on the internet, and I've actually been to a doctor actually where I described my symptoms and he sat there in front of me and typed my symptoms into Google, for God's sake. It's like, thank God you got your 6 years of medical training, sir. You know, we don't actually believe anything we hear anymore. We believe each other, our peer-to-peer, our friends, our family, our recommendations, because we know these people and trust them. We believe experts on the web, bloggers. If I'm going to buy a new camera, I'll go and read 10, 15 bloggers in a way that my wife finds terrifyingly geeky, and go and find out that everything I can about the camera that I'm about to spend 400 quid on. Brands are now finding success in engaging and interacting, and that's where, for example, direct marketing comes into its own, because it's a one-to-one conversation and there's now interaction. So it's almost, I think Stan Rapp last year called it iDirect marketing, with a little I, because it's really cool to put little I's before anything now. And you know, it's digital marketing is just direct marketing with some interactivity involved. Actually, there's room in this for the consumer, the customer, to have a view and to interact and to have a conversation. And there are still naysayers, and there are still people that don't get it, and there are still people that refuse to get it and say it's all bullshit. And my view is that I'd like to see where they are in 5 or 10 years' time, where they're still trying to pump out just advertising, because TV advertising works. But now TV advertising is mixed cleverly with the website. It directs you to a website, or it will give you the start of a story which will be finished on YouTube, and there's all sorts of things going on. There's a massive debate going on without it actually being framed as a debate, between the big idea and between provability, data, results, measurements. Marketing has to be about metrics, it has to deliver returns, it has to be part of a business, but there's no reason why marketing and creativity cannot be aligned and integrated with those that are responsible for making sure the numbers fit. I mean, there's a communication solution to everything. There's a creative solution, as far as I'm concerned, to everything. But we need to take the problems out of the hands of those who are trying to win an argument, and put it in the hands of those whose business it is to understand consumers, use insights, use a little bit of psychology, use a little bit of the sciences, use brand heritage, use, you know, all of these skills and tools to grow value and solve problems. It's true that we have to perceive ourselves as leaders before anybody else is going to. We have to put ourselves right at the heart of business before anybody. We have to force our way into the boardroom, almost. Most marketers simply do not get how they add value. They do not understand how they add value to the business. They don't talk the boardroom language. They don't translate their ideas and value and creativity and use to a business into that language. My point is that marketers have every single thing in their toolbox to be of value to businesses, to be of value to society, actually. They have knowledge of the customer unsurpassed anywhere else in the business. What could you do with a business that simply didn't understand its customers? Nothing. You couldn't grow. You'd sit there waiting for things to happen with everything passing by you. You've got data in the marketing department. You've got data on every single customer and what that customer needs, and things that that customer doesn't know that customer needs. You've got knowledge of trends. You've got knowledge of shifts. You've got a business knowledge, because all marketers should be able to speak the language of business. What you then need is a sense of yourself as leadership. There's no point in business going forward from any other department apart from that which champions your customer. Because the more you can please your customer, the more money you can make from them, the more growth you have. But it's important for us to perceive ourselves as leaders. It's important for us to put ourselves at the heart of business and start talking to other departments about the things we need to help our projects go through, to help the CFO understand exactly why there is a need not to cut budget. And it's not about being a marketing expert, because no bloody department's going to listen to you, especially if they already see you as the colouring in department. The way you're going to get the buy-in from the other departments is by simply calling yourself a customer expert within the business. I'm the person that knows our customer best. So I think I have a fair shout at working with you on how we should build all of our processes, all of our internal structures, all of our output around what the customer wants to see.